Hey everybody, happy Saturday and Merry Christmas. We're only a week away at this point, and I decided I wanted to do one live show before Christmas, and usually I do these on Saturday nights, and next Saturday is Christmas Eve, and the week after that is New Year's Eve, and I'll be playing a 5-hour gig, so... So a lot of stuff coming up, so this was the only opportunity. So, but anyways, yeah, I just want to come in here and hang out a little bit and shoot the shit. Let y'all know what's happening in the world of hack, channel-wise and music-wise and all that kind of good stuff. And we got a few people in here that have joined us, so let's just say hello. William De Silva was in here earlier. William, hope you're doing well. Pooh Ninja, how's it going? Is it now? Yeah. Steve Auger, how are you, man? Lars Guitars, nice to see ya. Congrats on the win today, Lars. The Vikings pulled it out. Picks and Paints, Dave, how's it going? Gary Joyce, how are ya? PJ Kobe, nice to see ya. James Severin, how are ya? So as you can see, I'm playing something that has never been played on this channel before. The Colts suck, yeah. Well, hey, they'll go into a rebuild and they'll have something better for next year, I guess. But yeah, well, let's start off talking about this, I guess, because this is kind of like the elephant in the room. This was kind of a surprise. And it is still considered a Les Paul. Whoop. Yeah, this kind of snuck up on me. So, I'll give you a quick rundown on this guitar here. So this is a Les Paul special tribute. This is like the absolute cheapest American-made Les Paul that they make. And so it's real stripped down. It's like a satin finish on it. It's a couple of P90s basically on a slab of wood, dot inlays, and the button tuners and all that kind of stuff. And it's a maple neck on this. The neck is actually maple. Now I only discovered that I didn't even know these guitars existed, to be honest with you, until a couple weeks ago, and then it's like everything else, you oh, I didn't know that was around, and then the bug, and then you start researching and all this, and I went and I tried a few of these, and the necks on them are pretty fat, right? And that was sort of okay, cool, the necks are fat, so I can step away from this, right? And I was at my buddy's store. I didn't even know he had these in stock. Anyways, I was at my buddy's store. I got a friend that works at a guitar shop, and he had one of these hanging, and I grabbed the neck, and I'm like, uh-oh, I can actually get along with this neck. So, yeah, then I started playing it, and I started digging it. It's got the P90s on it. You can see I haven't even taken the plastic off the pickguard yet, right? That's never a good sign, right? So, but anyways, yeah, I dug it, and he fixed it all up for me. Needed a little bit of tweaking, a truss rod adjustment and intonation and all that, because this has a wraparound bridge on it, right? But it's compensated, so it's got the little angles there and they're all notched, right? But really, to adjust the bridge, all you can really do is or the intonations, just kind of move this back and forth with a couple of set screws back here. But man, it stays in tune, and it plays well, and it's cheap, and it's a beater. But what really sort of sealed the deal was, I don't know if this will show up on camera, but let's see. Yeah, you can kind of see it. See that little scuff mark there on the bottom? Yeah. Well, that scuff mark sealed the deal because it saved me almost $200 on it. So I'm like, okay, uh, yeah, I'm hooked. And yeah, I've had it for a couple of weeks. Haven't gigged with it yet. I've taken it to a couple rehearsals, or no, one rehearsal so far. And just a stripped down, bare bones, very light uh, guitar. I mean, it's like anything else. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of shitty ones out there. I mean, this is like, the bare bones version, the cheapest, like I said, American Gibson you can buy, Les Paul. And if you find a good one, man, it's just a great beater. And that little scuff there on the bottom was that they had this one out for rent, and somebody brought it back with that. And once I showed them that, it's like, okay, now it's even cheaper. So yeah, it's kind of hooked. But there you go. If you want a beater, just a knock around Les Paul, still considered a Les Paul. You want to knock around Les Paul, try the Tribute. All right, we got a few more people that popped in. Let me say hello. Okay. The live wires are in here, so if your folks in here are familiar with the live wires, that was a show that myself, Brian S., and Picks and Paints, we did that for about a year. Well, at least a year that I was involved, I think. I don't know if maybe no, I don't. Anyways, we did. They did it for about a year, and and it was just sort of a guitar music kind of variety show with segments and things like that. And we kind of put that away for a while, and we're going to do a little reunion thing with that on Monday at 9 p.m. So check out that channel, check out that show. If one of you guys wants to throw a link to the YouTube show, because they've already created the event, throw it in here. And yeah, just three nerds geeking out on guitars and talking music. So that's basically what that is. But there you go. All right. So Live Wires is in here. Let's see. James Severin, if I haven't said hello, just get caught up. Oh, Q's in here. Hey, Quentin. How's it going? R2, hey, buddy. John the Dark Wizard, good evening, Hack. Merry Christmas. Hope it's a good one. Happy New Year to you, and happy birthday on and to you, and a happy birthday on New Year's Eve. Okay. Yeah, happy birthday, happy New Year to yourself, and Merry Christmas, John the Dark Wizard. Hope all the holidays and everything goes well, and everybody's safe and healthy. These are badass. Yeah, they're kind of, they don't sound too bad. I mean, they're P90s. The P90s are, they're pretty good sounding pickups. They get a little hummy when you put a little gain on them, but if you can control that, yeah, P90s rule R2. Yeah, great guitar. Still smells fresh. I can smell the vanilla. Relicking. Yeah, it's got relicking on it that I didn't even pay for. And when you get one of these, okay, they actually give you a gig bag. See the Gibson thing logo right there? That I'm pointing at it. That's the gig bag. So I actually get a gig bag with this, which you don't on more expensive guitars from other brands that shall remain nameless. So there you go. Okay, it just jumped on me. Gary Moore loved his Gibson Melody Maker. Yeah. Hey, Jimmy Biter, how are you, man? No, this is not an Epiphone. No. Drops Family Garden, there's a new name. Cool, gonna play? Yeah, I'll play here and there. Oh, you guys, it was 52 episodes you guys did. Yeah, and I think I was probably in the last 6 months worth or something. Spencer Cron, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. You like Kiss without backing tracks? There's the link for the Livewire show that we're doing on Monday. Check that out. Brian has just put the link in there. Dwight Bailey, how's it going? Daniel, how are you? Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope everybody's going to have a good one. safe, happy, healthy. Um, yeah, this. I'll talk about that in a minute. But there's a couple of things I wanted to mention here. Lots of folks in the chat have been guests. Yeah, that is true. Janice, how are you? I'm probably repeating names here. Daniel Horsley, how are you? Did I catch everybody? The Mad One, RJ, who used to be RJ the Mad One, right? How are you, man? Yeah, and so I put out a new piece of music too this past week. It's called Blindsided, and I'll tell you a little story about that track. So that was something that I was sort of inspired by another really bad incident that happened to a friend of mine, which I don't want to really get into, but it was tragic, right? So that kind of inspired that, me coming up with that song, and then while I was like putting the finishing touches on it, another horrible thing happened to another friend of mine, so that kind of made for that song. So people are saying, oh, it's really depressing, it's emotional, and it's very melancholy and all that. Well, that's kind of what it's supposed to be, so that means job done. But you should check it out. It's on my channel. It's called Blindsided. There's a video about a tragedy that happens, which is kind of what happened to one of my friends, and he's in the hospital as we speak. So, check it out, and give it a listen. And it's also on Spotify and all these streaming services and whatever. But I did put a message in there, and the message is this: especially with the holidays coming up, whatever, cherish the good times, because man, you never know what's around the corner. And that was sort of the message to that song. That being said, there is more hack music coming up. Hopefully, if not by the start of the new year, just after the new year, there's more music coming. And I promise you, the next one will not be melancholy and emotional. And I've already written the song, and it's kind of very 80s, very catchy, kind of hooky, happy music. So that's coming up. It drops Family Garden, Jeff's channel. Jeff. Metalhead Hippie Jeff? Heck, do you know any Bad Company songs? I used to do, and that's a new name, Mets win World Series 2020. I don't know if I know any. What's that? Can't Get Enough of Your Love. We used to do that. I'm talking like 30 years ago, so I won't even attempt to play that. Yeah, we used to do that. What was the other? I think that's the only Bad Company song I've ever done. I don't know. It's I don't know. I forget the run, but that's all I remember. I'm surprised I even got that far. But yeah, Lick It Up is Bad Company's song. So. Bum, 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 which I can't remember. Yeah, there's a lot of songs written like that, eh? Yeah, lots of that. Just swing it. Well, I just did. That's as far as I can go. How's the guitar sound? All right? I'm using a different interface today too. So and in the testing that I've done, I think this interface, the guitar tone, actually sounds a little better than what I was using previously. So hopefully it's coming out well, and it sounded good out there. Thank you, PJ. Thank you. Yeah, so check out the original song. What's going on? We got the cover band show. We're doing another episode of that. That is going to be on Thursday next week with my co-host Den Skill Music. I can't tell you what the topic is because I left it up to him, but there will be would that be the third or the fourth? I think that's the fourth edition of Cover Band Show that's coming up. And on the 28th, we're doing another album ranking show. This time we're doing Nazareth. Okay, now we're messing with the son of a bitch, right? That's the big song. But they've got a lot more than that, and they've got some really, really good records. I just went through their entire catalog to get my five, and so that'll be myself, that'll be Pete Pardo and Martin Popoff, and we'll be doing that on the 28th. So there's some stuff coming up on the channel, and right now I'm looking at next year. Sort of what I want to do is I want to put out some more music. I think I've got 20 songs out right now. Hopefully I'll maybe get to 30 by sometime by the end of next year. Yeah, Love Hurts is the other big one. Yeah, and that's kind of the goal. And probably keep going with the music shows and the reviews. I did an album review recently on the latest Cult record, so a lot of music review type shows and the cover band show. Hopefully that'll we'll keep getting decent views on that, and we'll keep going with that. But this year has been for the channel has been really, really good. We've channel's grown quite a bit. We're over 3,200, which is still kind of blows my mind. And hopefully it'll keep growing, keep getting bigger, and as long as it stays fun and I got stuff to talk about, we'll keep going. All right, we got some more people that popped in. If anybody's got any questions or comments, let me know. Milk Ralph's mentioned that Can't Get Enough was in C tuning. Oh, okay. Yeah, we used to do that in standard tuning. Needs more low-end Phantom 7 strings. You know what? The Mad One, I wouldn't even know where to start with a 7-string. I no idea. No idea. Yeah. Then G minor. Guitar Man 45, Merry Christmas to you too. Topic is want to buy my quad Cortex. Yeah, that's another channel. Yeah, go check out Den Skill Music if you want to hear about high-end gear and buying and selling. This is my high-end gear. It's the cheapest. It's the cheapest guitar that Gibson makes. You need a bagpipe for that one. Yeah, he did the bagpipe. It wasn't a talk box. It was a bagpipe. That's what he used live anyway. For wah 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 wah. Yeah. Oh, Razamanaz, Steve Auger. That whole album is killer, man. That whole album is absolutely killer. I did a video a long time ago called the 5 albums that, how did I call it? The 5 albums that got me wanting to play guitar. And one of them was Nazareth's Greatest Hits. Because I heard that when I was, I don't know, 10, somewhere like that, something like that. And it's all like, the whole Greatest Hits is incredible, right? Because it's all the best songs off of, Hair of the Dog and Razamanaz and Loud and Proud and all those early records, right? And, man, what an absolutely killer record that is. And those records, I mean, they're good. They're all good, right? Like all that 70s Nazareth stuff is killer. It's all really good stuff. And they were like they were a pretty heavy band at times. Bitch Heyman, how's it going? Nice to see you. I'm just getting caught up here. Try those chords. I didn't see the chords. Julio Cesar, Brazil. Welcome, Brazil. Brian, you think it's Bills versus Eagles in the Super Bowl? It could be. As long as the Eagles are there. Okay, just wondering. Okay, there's a good question. Have I gigged with this Charvel yet? No, I haven't. So we've been having a lot of with the cover band. We've had a lot of hurdles in the last few months, and we're going through one right now. We have a drummer who's ill, very ill, and we have a New Year's Eve gig that's been booked for a long time, and it's a long one. Like, we're going to be doing, I think, 5 sets. So you're looking at 5 sets, probably like 60 some odd songs we'll be playing that night, right? And that's conservatively, right? We'll be playing that many songs. And so our regular drummer is too ill to do it, so we had to find someone to fill in. And when I say ill, I mean like running into next year. Like, it's pretty bad. So, but for that gig, that 5-set New Year's Eve gig, I fully plan on using the Charvel. I've taken it to a couple of rehearsals, and that guitar has got so many tones in it. It's just it's crazy. I mean, it's a hump single. You can get telly sounds, you can get Strat sounds out of it. It never. I mean, the last live thing I did, I had it out and I was talking about the switching on it. It's a 5-position switch, but every position is 2 pickups. It's a combination of 2 pickups, so it's not like your Strat switching. And the only position that you only getting a single pickup is when you go to the neck. So because of that and the way the pickups are paired up, you can get nice strat tones, you can get telly tones. And then if you just want to just absolutely devastate, you go to the bridge, because the bridge is just like, those pickups are really hot. But surprisingly, as hot as they are, they still have absolutely fantastic tone. So that's the real surprise with that guitar. And I'll be using it for that and probably more gigs in the new year. Michael Easter, how are you? Season's greetings to you too, my friend. PEI. Nice. Okay, guys are talking football. Swiss Miss Hot Cocoa. That sounds good. Yeah, so I have no gigs until we canceled one. Actually, what's today, the 17th? I was supposed to do one last Saturday, but we had to cancel that. So the next one I have is New Year's Eve. And right now on the books, we have 20 shows. I think we're at 20 booked for next year. So, we're it's moving along. Like, we're getting a lot of gigs, and it's good. It's just now we have to have 4 healthy individuals that can actually carry out the shows, right? So that's the thing. The band thing is, I don't want to lean into the cover band show, but that's all we talk about. But the band thing is real tricky. It's real tricky. I mean, to get 4 people like-minded, equally dedicated, showing up, rehearsing, learning their shit, and then being healthy and having their own gear. And oh man, it just goes on and on and on. So we'll be auditioning some fill-in drummers too in the new year. So, which I'm not looking forward to, because that's always, I hate auditioning. I can't stand it. Just left the chat for a few minutes to check out Blindsided. What a totally kick-ass. Oh, thank you. A lot of emotion, and I really hope your friend gets better. Oh, I appreciate that, Steve. Yeah, I was really trying to convey a lot of emotion in that. Yeah. That's good. Glad you enjoyed that. I can't take credit for the recording aspect of My stuff, that's the music, that's me playing all the guitars and all that stuff. But as far as the recording process and making it sound as good as it does, um, that's my Denskill Music. He does that for me. I mean, I dial up the tones that I want to hear and all that. Like because when you're putting a piece of music together, at least for me, anyways, is like, I know what sounds I want in what parts. So I'll bring that, those guitars. Like that particular track, I use three guitars on it. It's a lot of Telecaster, a little bit of Strat, and some Les Paul on that. So as far as dialing up the tones and that, but that's all, me messing with dials and knobs and all that. But in terms of actually recording it, mixing it, putting the drums, programming the drums, because I don't know how to do that. He does that for me, and he also always lays down a nice little bass on all my tracks. So yeah. But the next one, I promise you, is a happier tune, and it's not happy song, not a sarcastic happy song, because I put that out as well. That's a heavy rock tune. That's probably the heaviest tune I've ever done. Or Escape, one of those two, or actually Black Holiday is kind of heavy. I got a few heavy ones, but it's an honestly more upbeat, positive sounding tune. Something you'd hear on radio in the 80s. Yeah, Spencer, it's doing good. I mean, now it's just the manpower to do it, right? I mean, you know, yeah, everybody, being healthy and no more, because this last few months, man, it's like I wouldn't wish the shit that's happened on my worst enemy the last few months of what's stuff that's happened with friends of mine, bandmates and things. It's just been like horrendous. So, but that's why I wrote Blindsided, because that's what life does to you, right? Anyways, let's change the topic. I'll change my own topic and talk about more positive stuff, like my Tim Hortons coffee with Merry Christmas on it. All right, let me know if anybody's got any more questions. Oh, I feel a Rush song coming on. Hey, Jeff K, how are you, man? Little fly by night. The hardest part about that song is you got to shoot up to shooting up to what's that? 15th fret, B and E. Yeah, Dress to Kill. Yeah. Yeah, this is probably a bootleg shirt. So Gene will be knocking on my door anytime soon. But I used to go to back in the '90s. They used to have Kiss conventions, not the official ones that came on later, but earlier ones, and they were like fan run conventions, and they used to sell, at the time VHS bootlegs of all the concerts that eventually they put out anyway and stuff. And some guys would have these bootleg T-shirts, and this was one of them. And I thought it was so cool, because you never see this. Kiss never made this shirt. So Gina's probably like parked outside in a black van waiting for me. Oh, thanks, Mitch. Any guitar resolutions or gas for 2023? It's a good question, Michael. I have a serious guitar problem. For what I do, my playing ability and you know gig wise and whatever, and for practical functional reasons, I have way more than I really need and deserve. Um, and it's getting silly, you know. It's just absolutely getting silly. Like this makes, you know, if we put this in the category of Les Pauls, I have six. Like that's just stupid. Okay. Altogether, I'm running around 14 right now. As you well see behind me, I've got that rack is full. I have a guitar tree that you can't see; it's off camera here. That's full. I got a couple in the closet around the corner. There's one in that gig bag there. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. So I really need to start selling, scale back, whatever. Like my obsession is with guitars. I'm not an amp guy. I don't go buy, you know, the latest amp heads and cabs, and thank God I don't have that problem because, you know, I only have that combo there, which is what I use for most shows, you know, and then I got a 212 cab beside me with I got two heads. I got a Friedman Runt 20 and I've got a Husenkettner. And that's it. And I've had that for years, and I have no interest in getting any other heads or cabs. Pedals, I have way too many pedals already. I have two boards. I have a mini board that's just like a strip because some of the stages we play are real small. And then I have like a bigger board that, you know, when we're playing like bigger places and, you know, I really want to get the best tones, I use the bigger board. So I have way too much gear, you know, for what I do. Way too much. I mean, honestly, I could do everything I do with probably 3 guitars. You know, it's just stupid. I mean, it's just stupid. But I mean, look at this. I needed this like a hole in the head. So to answer your question, I'll probably will be buying more guitars in 2023 because I'm an idiot. But I also will probably be selling some guitars in 2023. You know, I actually this year, I think I've been through 6 guitars this year, just this year alone. And when I say I've been through 6 guitars, I'm talking about I've either owned them and sold them. Yeah, I've either owned them or sold them. I mean, starting from January, I've been through 6 guitars. I mean, I could name them. You know, Meteora, Fender Player Strat, this, Charvel. There's 4. I sold a Les Paul at the beginning of the year. There's 5. What's number 6? I can't. There's been at least 6 that I've gone through this year. Some I can't even remember because there was like they came and went so damn fast. But yeah, it's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Guitar Hack. Here's to hoping for better health and happiness for 2023. Life equals light and shade. Yes. Yeah, George. Yeah, check out Blindsided. Check out, that's a pretty proud of that song. Hardest part is I can sing that song. Not sure what song you're referring to. Drop. Yeah, I wish I had a good singing voice. Laugh out loud regarding Gene. Yeah. Yeah, I would say PJ Kobe that you could buy this shirt, but you couldn't. You had, I mean, well, unless you find a bootleg T-shirt guy. You said the PRS. Oh, the PRS SE. Yeah, I had that. That that wasn't this year. That was, or was it? No, that was last year. Yeah, I've been through a PRS SE. Oh, if I go like year to year, I probably at this point I'm probably approaching probably 30 guitars that I've owned and sold or had at one point. I'd probably be approaching 30, which is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I'm not a professional musician. Okay. These ads, damn, YouTube's killing me. Mr. Rock, I found a browser or an app. It's got I can't remember the name of it, but it's got a lion on it. And if you go and you go in that browser, it's ad blocker. It's an ad blocker thing, and you go in that browser and then you open up YouTube and it'll block all your ads. So, but I mean, you just Google it. There's I'm sure a shit ton of them around. That's just the one that I'm using. We all have the same problem. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Hugh, how are you, man? Nice to see you. You got Mitch is up to 9. I outlived 2 wives. Okay. You got holy shit, Mister Rock. You got 48. Damn. Where do you keep them all? See, my problem is too, like this room. I don't know. I guess it looks bigger on camera than it is. This is like my music room. This is the only place that I can, that I can have for all my music stuff. And like this room is probably, I don't know, maybe is that maybe 8 feet, 9 feet across, and maybe 15 feet deep, 12, 15 feet deep. This is it. So it's going to get to a point here where I can barely just get up to the computer. I don't have any. I live in a pretty small house, so I don't really have a place to store 48 guitars. I don't know what I'd do. I'll have myself to hide from. Gussie Wells, hey man. Acoustic Martin for the Gibson. Yeah, 3 is perfect. Yeah, having 3 guitars, that's all you need. That's getting caught up here on the chat. Speed for hire. Hey man, nice to see you. I've got 20 guitars, 12 100-watt amps, 8 4x12. You guys are making me feel a lot better. And a treasure trove of pedals. Still can't play worth a shit. dude, that hasn't stopped me. Oh god. Okay. I could sell this crowd and pay off. Yeah, sure. Numerous small amps also. Yeah. Yeah. Money you pay for the strings. You can, yeah. Basement. I'm in my basement. Mean Metal Mike. Favorite AC/DC Malcolm Young riff. Oh. I did a video called my 5 favorite AC/DC riffs, and then I played them all, which was hard because sometimes they're trickier than they seem. The one I've been playing a lot lately, I love it. My favorite AC/DC record is Back in Black because for a number of reasons. That was like the record that got me into AC/DC to begin with. I mean, when I was in grade 9 in high school, that was like the album, right? And then from there, then I go backwards to Bon Scott and Highway to Hell and Let There Be Rock and Power Age and all that stuff. But I really like this lick. I'm probably gonna mess it up, but I love playing this. Let's have a drink on me. I butchered it, but I really like that lick a lot. Giving the Dog a Bone is just I mean, there's so many, Highway to Hell. There's a million of them, but yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what my 5 favorite were, but I think Giving the Dog a Bone was up there because it's so driving. Shoot the Thrill. I love that too. Yeah, there's too many, man. There's too many. But pretty much everything on Back in Black is like that's like the perfect album. I mean, there's not one bad song on that. Even Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution is a good song for me. Go. You need to tunnel out for a new studio under the frozen tundra. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have anywhere near 2,000 square feet. Yeah. Where's Will Varela? Yeah, that's a good question. Uh, you don't want to tell me your number, Hugh? How many guitars you have? Yeah, you're a killer player, though, Hugh. You deserve them. uh, yeah, at this point, Dave, I'm kind of the same boat. Yeah, I might as well just call myself a collector. The Martin for the Gibson was one of your guitar acquisitions. Oh yeah, there's number. Yeah, see, Gussie knows more about my guitars than I do. That's right. I got an acoustic this year, and I started off with the Martin, and then ended up with an acoustic with a Gibson acoustic. So actually, that sorry, I said six. That's seven guitars that I've either owned or sold or traded. So I'm up to seven now. So yeah, I need a scorecard, man. Try to come up with things I played before as a challenge. Yeah, the thing is, over the years I played, had to learn so many songs for different cover bands, and if I haven't played them in 30 years, I'm not going to remember them. But I mean, I could sit here and I could play you like, the current 40, 50 that we currently do, but I'd put everybody to sleep because a lot of them are kind of boring, but some of them are cool, you know. You know, what's that one called? Sharp Dressed Man, right? What's the other one? What's that one called? Give Me All Your Lovin'. Yeah. Do a couple of ZZ Top ones that are kind of cool. We do, when you, oh my God. I Want You to Want Me. And we do some rock. Van Halen, Ain't Talking About Love, so I know how to play that. But yeah, it's hard to keep them all in your head. Have a drink on me. I'm way behind in this chat. This friggin' StreamYard chat is shitty to scroll. Let There Be Rock was your gateway album. Yeah, that's a great record. I love the sound of that record. That record, it sounds like, and I did an AC/DC show, of course. It sounds like, I mean, they're just in a studio and they just got mics hanging and they're just playing their asses off and at super loud volume. And Bon is just screaming his ass off just to be heard. That's what that album sounds like to me. 1984, the best year in metal, Back in Black. Back in Black was 80. Back in Black, I think, was like 80, wasn't it? Thunderstruck, that's another good one, yeah. Thunderstruck was good. I'm way behind here in the chat, folks. Dress to Kill t-shirt, eBay, $25. There you go, BJ. You found one. It's I doubt it's licensed. I don't think they made a licensed one. You know what I always wanted was actually a Hotter Than Hell album cover shirt. That'd be cool. Hell's Bells intro is very cool, yeah. I'm a cork sniffer. Yeah, I am too, to a point. Hoarder, next level of, yeah, that would be the next level, Mr. Rock. You've only been through 4 today, this year, Brian. I thought you had me beat. Sold 2 custom shop Les Pauls. Stitch Method had a good video today. So yeah, Stitch Method is now doing stuff with True Fire. You know that lesson site. Yeah, so he's doing well for himself. Good for him. Guys are talking weather. Just give him a go. Guess he's only had 2 this year. Wonton song. Very badly played. I need a little more meat. Yeah, I'm playing it and I'm like, where's the beef? You know, you need a humbucker for that. Make it sound cool. Yeah, they sound good. The thing is, you got to tweak. Like I don't have enough gain. You got to up the gain a little bit when you're using these to get them to where like a humbucker would be, right? You got to tweak everything. You know, every guitar. You know, you got your pedal set from another guitar, and you got to sit there and tweak. Usually, when you go from humbucker to humbucker, it's tweaking is minimal. But when you're going from like P90s to switching from a humbucker guitar to a P90 guitar, I find like I'm doing a lot of tweaking. You know. Okay, it's getting cut up. 40 is collector status, and you have to lease space. Oh boy. Got Dirty Deeds. Oh, is a new name, Guitar Shocker. Welcome to the channel. If anybody here is new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hit the like button. We're trying to grow this thing. Dolphins 26, Bills 21, late in the oh boy. That would be an upset. Yeah, I thought it was 19 because I said grade 9, and that would have been 1980 for me, Mr. Rock. Not a purist, but similar. Okay. Oh. The new Avatar is not as good as the first one? That's what my kids are watching that right now. SB will be here in Phoenix. It's getting caught up here. You're eyeing a deluxe. I've been eyeing the deluxe reverb. That's a good amp. Hey, Pete. Pete's in here. Pete Pardo from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome. Just doing a little Christmas hangout, Pete. Yeah, join Pete and I December 28th and Martin Popoff. We're going to be counting down our 5 favorite Nazareth records. Looking forward to that. And I just started re-listening to Cheap Trick. Oh, man. Damn, they're good. Okay. Pete Brown. What up, dude? Happy holidays. Hey, Pete. Happy holidays, buddy. Hope everything's good. Hope everything's good. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, Cheap Trick is killer, Brian. Yeah, we're doing a Cheap Trick thing on Pete's channel sometime early January. We're doing our top 10. I did a Cheap Trick show about a year ago, but it was only a top 5. Now we're going for a top 10, which that's an absolute pleasure to go back and listen to some Cheap Trick. I love Cheap Trick, man. You know, it's one of those bands that every song is different. You know what I mean? It's not like they're beating you over the head with the same type of music song to song. It's like, even within songs, man, there's so many left turns and interesting arrangements and things. And it just, oh, man, I love that band that's just, you know, really takes you on a trip. And they definitely do. Definitely do in the best way. All right, later, Janice. Cheap Trick is killer live. That's one regret, man. I'd never seen Cheap Trick live. Never. And I had the opportunity once, too, and I didn't go. Yeah, I would have loved to see Cheap Trick live. PRS is making an SCDG. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Gonna Raise Hell off of Dream Police. That's a slow builder, that one. You've seen Cheap Trick a bunch of times. Cool. Joe DeLenza, how are you, man? Merry Christmas. I should mention the pedal I'm using is the Triumph pedal. That's the one I reviewed a week ago. It found a home on my mini board. It's basically I'm using it for like a light overdrive. So like that's not very heavy at all, and that's what I'm using it for. The other pedal I got here that I use for the heavier drive is the LPD 87, which sounds like this. Lot fatter. What was the other one I was doing? See if anybody knows this one. How's it go? Good. There's another dimension. Rock bottom. Pete got it. Hey, Pete Brown. How are you, man? Trying to say hello. Interface is sounding great. Good, at least on my phone. Oh, cool. Thanks, Mitch. Phil McKnight said a lot of new gear is coming out in January. I imagine there is. Love that song. Just got paid today. Got me a bucket full of cash. NAMM show is in April in LA. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be going to another NAMM show again. It's on the cards. Yeah, Shanker's Killer. That's a great riff, too. Tricky to play, but a good riff. Well, I mean, it's all Shanker. Shanker's... Guy's a beast. No word on Gearfest opening up yet? Oh, no, I'm not going to grab an acoustic drop. That would be... No. Then this whole setup... It's a lot of tweaking just to get this to sound half decent. I don't want to reinvent the wheel with an acoustic. Maybe next time. Gearfest. Well, Gearfest was all online, right? You know what's cool about Shanker? I mean, is the guy never runs out of ideas. Everything he plays is money. You know what I mean? And he just goes from one idea into the other idea into another idea, and it's so fluid. You know, there's never like how would I put it? He's never like trying to think of what he's going to play next. It just kind of flows out of him. You know, just a fantastic. Shanker's one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Top E string is flat. Sounds good to me. Stay on electric, yeah. I usually just play my acoustic. Yeah, I rarely pick it up. Reason being, the acoustic's got like 12s on it. Man, that's like it's too much work. The only time I'll pick up an acoustic is if I'm trying to write some music, and then I need that sound. Or sometimes the acoustic pulls stuff out of you that electrics won't, right? My toppy, not my bottoming. All right. Snark. Come on. All right, there we go. It's a wrong tuner. Is there a right one? Guitar shocker. Perfect. That's perfect. What? That I use a snark? Yeah, I don't have a tuner on my mini board because it's a tiny board. I have a proper tuner on my main board, which is was it one of those Polytune TC Electronic Polytunes. You turn the D. What? Did I hit the what? I turned the wrong key? Okay, hang on. Oh my god. Did I hit the wrong tuning key? Actually, no, that's flat too. No, the E's flat. I'm tuning to E flat, by the way. This isn't standard tuning. I don't know what I did wrong, but it's in tune. Tuna you. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that thing about leaving the snark on there. I mean, I've done it. Eh. So somebody teach me how to tune a guitar. I've only been doing it for 40 years. Yeah. All right, let me know if anybody's got any more questions. In the meantime, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Hit the like button. Got content here. I got two shows I do every month, guaranteed. One is the album review shows with my partners in crime, Pete Pardo and Martin Popoff. Another one is the cover band show. That show is all anything to do with cover band. I do that with my partner Denskill Music. Any other stuff that you might see is I might be doing a play along with a backing track. I do those every once in a while. These impromptu live shows, I usually do one a month, maybe two a month at the most when I'm not gigging. Usually it's a Saturday night. Original music. I've got a playlist of 20 original songs. Go and listen to them. Check them out. You can check them out on the channel. You can check them out on any of the streaming services. Just Guitar Hack, and there's 20 songs there. So that would all be much appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel, there's links below for Guitar Hack merch. I've got t-shirts, hats, embroidered hats now. That's a new thing. Hoodies and mugs and all that kind of stuff. There's also a PayPal down there. And if you don't follow me on Instagram and Facebook, the links are all below. So that would all be very cool. Much appreciated. Yes, the Live Wires show on Monday. If you're familiar with the show, you should check it out. It's happening Monday. Put the link in here if you wouldn't mind, Brian. Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I'd last about 5 minutes at a Malmsteen concert. Yeah, me too. Are you going to try to live stream any of your upcoming gigs? George Badar, I don't think that's going to happen anymore. There won't be any more live streaming gigs. The best I can do now is, and I've already done it, I've put out a couple of videos from Rebel Charm rehearsals. Hungry Like the Wolf, us playing that, and us doing Tie Your Mother Down. Hungry Like the Wolf actually got a lot of views, surprisingly. That cracked 300. So with that band, I'll be putting out, rehearsal footage, and whenever we get a song that sounds decent in the recording, because I'm just recording them on my phone. If they sound decent, I'll put those up. So there's a lot of that, and there's a playlist too of live music. So there's all kinds of live stuff there if you want to check that out. Whose channel is Livewires on? It's on the Livewires channel, Hugh. Yeah, and I think there's the link. I think Picks and Paints just put the link in there. Brian just put the link in there. I don't know how to play Razor's Edge. Hey, there's Fruitcake Tony. Merry Christmas. Yes, Merry Christmas, everybody. All right, let me know if anybody has any last-minute questions or comments they want to make. I want to thank all of you folks for being here tonight. I want to thank all of you folks for watching and supporting the channel for this past year. It's been a banner year. The channel is growing. We're cracked 3,200, and hopefully we'll keep that going into the new year. I'm just humbled and shocked at the same time, but really appreciate everybody checking out the channel and watching my stuff and all the support. So thank you all so much, and Merry Christmas to all of you. All right, just waiting on a last minute question or request. All the knobs on his board like he meant to do it. It was... Oh, okay. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Pete. All right, I don't see any last minute questions. I usually don't go more than an hour on these. Papa Blue, there he is. Nice to see you, man. I usually don't go any longer than an hour. and we are past the hour. All right. So I want to thank everybody again for watching the show. You guys rock. Have a fantastic holiday. Cherish the good times, folks, because you never know what's around the corner, and I hope that everybody is healthy and safe, and this is like the best Christmas ever for everybody. All right. And I guess at this point, I might as well say have a happy new year, because I won't be doing one of these before then, as I'll be playing New Year's Eve. So, but anyways, you guys have a fantastic holiday, and I will see you all next Thursday on the Cover Band Show. There you go. All right. Take care, everybody. Cheers.